start at 45. Anyway, today I'm going to share a story of a 1 year journey. Actually, it's my coaching plan. I'm working with now Agile, you can see Agile in many organizations. But today I'm going to share with you a transition of one real product company. They are building a kind of machine, including mechanical engineering and electric engineering and software. So I'm sharing a journey of their 1 year journey. Maybe because there are too much information, so sometimes I will go very fast. If you still have questions, you can ask me afterwards. Introduce me a bit of myself. I'm Daniel, and I live in from last month I live in Tokyo, and before that I live in Hong Kong, and before that I live in Shanghai. So every 5-6 years I move to another country and or city to live there. And for now I live in Tokyo, and and my the Japanese character is called serendipity. Serendipity is my way of life, and I try to encounter with unplanned luck. So accidental discovery. So I enjoy this kind of life. So this I'm doing. And I also come out of two business, and I'm the driver. And the driver means I drive the business. I'm the founder of a railway business. This is my app and my website. There is a Vietnamese version. So if you download the app, you can search railways from Germany, from China, from England, from US. So you can book. And if you need some kind of discount coupon, let me know. I can give you. I'm also the main developer of this. I'm the founder of this app. Also, I'm the main developer. At the same time, I'm a Scrum Master, a Scrum Alliance certified trainer, and a certified coach. I teach course. I just finished CFTO yesterday, and I teach Awakening CSM and CFTO. This is my two course. I teach course. This first time I've been to Vietnam to teach. I'm going to share is my coaching plan. I'm working with they are building this big machine. Not only software. So this is their lab. This is called X-ray machine. C-arm X-ray. So this is in the usually you don't see this only until you have something wrong with your back or your here or here, and then you lay down and doctor do some. It's in operating room. This is product in operating room. So the team is building the product. This where all team are building this thing. Very heavy, and there is even a test case. No patient will die with this machine because in some case they will cause death. And let's do some comparison before their change and afterward. And before the previous version, it took them 2.5 years. And the second version, the version we started coaching them, it took them 1 year. And the first version, they postponed the release half year, and the second version they finished fall. And interestingly, there's no bug. The second version. When I'll share later what happened. And it's shocking to see, this 20 hours to 2.8 seconds. What it means is, at the beginning, this machine, in order to release the build, a new version, you make some change and check in and do the build, and basically you burn this software in the disk. The disk, the wrong thing, and they need to take the disk to their lab and then to try to install there. It took them usually 20 hours to install a new build and start working. And after the change, it took 2.8 seconds, both minor change. And it was why they want to change because they have experienced the death march. No one 1.5 year delay, and no one wants to do it. Even though it was a success, no one wants to do it again. So they come to be. And that's after the release, this letter from their big boss, 2015, their global big boss sent them an email for the congratulating what they've done. And they are starting even sharing within China. They are team in Beijing, but after this, they start sharing in China and even to their teams in Salt Lake City and India. Let's see what they started in before the change. Before the change, they heard a lot of Agile. At the time, I will call it fancy word Agile. They have all the Agile word, Agile practice. They claim they have. No need to take photos, it's a fake anyway. So they claim they had a continuous delivery, they had spec by example, user story and exploratory testing. That's what they told us, before coaching. But luckily they sent people to my course in GE inside GE, and they had some experience, but they didn't learn everything. They got something back on permanent, but that's natural. So after this, and they want to, for example, one example is I share them, this will have a small team. And so when they go back, they just split their team, but they still use a component team model. So different color, there are different technique, and they have different domains. So the blue part more on hardware related or embedded software related domain, and also the purple is more they use the people might few other micro worker at that time to their side. It's December 2014, and to their side because they've been to the training and it seems it didn't work. Didn't work very well, and so what happened? So we noticed we did a 3-day interview with their team member, different roles, and we found a lot of problems. It's a typical problems in most organizations. First, dependency. Usually with this team layout, there are dependency across the team. Without the radiation, without the exposure, taking exposure, how can you have the image? Without image, how can you show the image? So there are dependency across the teams, and also there are handoff across teams, and there are a lot of team members. A lot of tasks can only be done by one person because he is the only expert. He is the only one knows this area. So there are a lot of waiting in the team. Certainly, because of the integration is very low, so integrate all the dependents finish their work. They can integrate, and it took one build. It took 20 hours. So no one want to commit their code. No one want to commit their code, and there will be the bug will accumulate, and there will be more and more bugs. And so in one build, it will be too many bugs. It's buggy. So we there are a lot of problems. So we challenge their boss. Their manager is called Mr. Gao, and we challenge Mr. Gao. I think your it's a bit because new version they still have a new commitment because their product need to release to FDA. This thing need to be regulated by FDA, and they need to submit this to FDA. Finish this to FDA and submit to FDA in November 2015. They still have a deadline to meet. If they fail, it took another 6 months. So this external, they have no control of that. So they have to meet the deadline. And but we don't see this will work. They will continue make same mistake. So we challenge them. The problem we talked to Mr. Gao after the 3-day interview assessment. We had lunch with Mr. Gao and share our concerns. First, they don't have real feature teams, which means the team can do the real thing from end to end. I'll share what end to end means later. And their Scrum activity seems not effective enough. A lot of people And because they have, you see from this team layout, actually they have 6 people, 6 product owners. There's one big product owner and they have 5 teams, so they have 5 component product owners. Certainly the backlog dependency between them. So we saw there's a big product backlog problem, and also certainly related to this, there are PO problems. So they need to fix. So I give Mr. Gao 2 suggestions. One, we can start from where we are, but don't hope it will make sense, big impact. You keep your current team layout and stick to your existing plan, because they all have the plan for the release for November 2015. You stick to the plan, and so. But we can help you with maybe individual practices, for example, test-driven development, automation, some testing, exploratory testing technique. So we can help that. But I think my opinion, it won't help very much. This is one safe way for coaching. The second way is you need to take a lot of risk. We want to restructure the organization. Luckily, Mr. Gao is a big boss, so he can make everyone report to him. So, but this means they need to restructure their team to set up the new, the real feature team, and break down the report hierarchy, and they need to, at the same time, they need to change their plan, because they already finished for the new release, they already finished 1 quarter of work. So it requires a lot of, there will be a lot of risk. So I told Mr. Gao, I said, I'll give you 3 days. So in 3 days, please talk to your boss in Salt Lake City. Also talk to your team member, the key team members, whether you want to change. And let me know which way you want to go, risk way or safe way. And after 3 days, Mr. Gao gave me a call. He said, we want to change from inside, from the structure. Why I suggest them to change from structure? Because always we work on many times we work from process. Process means strong activities, test-driven development, this kind of process. But very soon it will hit wall of organization, and it's very hard to compete with this, fight with this. So. And also we enable the autonomy and make everyone make their own decision. But our culture doesn't support it, or encourage everyone make failure, make mistake. So our culture doesn't impact this. But at the same time, if you want to change the culture, but it's too hard because it's too abstract. So one natural way for us is my opinion is to start from changing structure. So our first thing is to change their structure, and we call it change a bit. So it's like we want to try to enable everyone to be a real adult. Adult means you choose what you do, you take responsibility, and you decide what to do. So we done this kind of coming of ages ceremony. What they do is, there's one way. One way is Mr. Gao decide allocate the team member, also the team assign the Scrum Master. But I say it's complete with Scrum culture. Scrum Master is supposed to be a servant to the team. But how can a servant, choose boss? It doesn't make sense. So let's say so we need to do something differently. And I want to use a kind of ceremony to change their structure. So I did so. We want to achieve this kind of outcome with the ceremony. And here is the agenda. I will go detail later. So first we start with the Scrum Master election. So instead of being assigned, there used to be 5 Scrum Master, and we set up a speed chat group 1 week in advance and said sharing the benefit of being Scrum Master. Everyone can. And for example, you can work with code, and you can help you learn a lot of new techniques, tools, but facilitation, for example. So in the end, there are 30, a bit more than 30 people in their team. So at the day, that afternoon, there are 7 people stand up and share their presentation. They need to prepare a 2-minute speech to show us how they will help the team with the Scrum, with the change. And quite interestingly, these seven Scrum Master candidates, none of them were Scrum Master before. So none of the previous Scrum Master want to be Scrum Master anymore. So I don't know why, but this happened. And this is the team trying to select their Scrum Master. And also, certainly, but just the election, because it's just a speech. Because the next thing we need to do is choose which team, you belong to which team. We talked to Mr. Gao, and from their understanding, we want him to cover the functionality of X3 end-to-end. That means from taking exposure to image acquisition, to show the image, end-to-end function. I asked Mr. Gao, how many team members is enough to cover all the function, end-to-end functionality in one team? How many team members? Because that requires their knowledge, I don't know, experience. Mr. Gao told me 6 to 8 should be enough. So that's our idea. So during the day, once some team members, some of them show their interest to be as candidates. Our next challenge is how to split the team. So we want to encourage everyone to make their own decision. But before that, as a facilitator, we facilitate them how to decide the criteria or the rule to choose their own team. Because they just choose the team randomly, or they need to think of a lot of factors. For example, their team need to understand each component, because they need to do end-to-end function anyway. Also, some team members said gender will be boys and girls need to more productive. And some team members even proposed the team should have someone live in suburb. You said, guess why suburb? Why suburb? Any idea or any? Why there should be someone in the team living in suburb? Oh, thank you, Rob. It's because their company, their lab is in suburb. So each team should have a similar capacity to do the support. How about something emergency happen, and then the team should support because in Beijing it's too big. It takes 1 to 2 hours to commute. So that's why they also need to consider these factors. So there are around 20 factors. That's too many. So we ask them to do a total voting, which are more important. And then we had the first sprint. The first sprint we have 4 corners. There are 4 corners within one, and so they're free chart. So everyone ask everyone to write on sticky note what core competence skills they have, they can contribute for the product. So everyone writes at least. I encourage everyone at least 5. So I want them. If you don't write more than 5, maybe you don't have a job. No one will choose you. The team. So they encourage them to write as many as possible, and then give them 20 minutes. In the 20 minutes, within 20 minutes, they need to find a corner. Certainly, they need to consider the rules we talked about the sum. So this is the team they are looking at. After when they go to the corner, they need to stick their skills on the paper. And after this, after one sprint, the meeting is called a sprint review. Sprint review meeting, right? Here, what we review is the team composition, what each team look like, and so every team will present their results, their team, and as a facilitator, I give them red sticky note. And once the team, after the presentation, show who in the team, and the other team member, also including Mr. Gao, will write a comment. For example, there's no girl in this room, in this team. There's a bug, so they are reporting bugs. So the second sprint, they will they spend another sprint, 20 minutes, and to fix the bug, and then the team is done and decided. And it's a surprise to everyone. You know, Mr. Gao is actually a very command control manager, but this afternoon, he didn't see anything. It's a shock to everyone. So after this, the team create their working agreement and the rules, these kind of things. After this, we have the feature team. After the feature team, what we need to do is still, because there are still some components and skills. So what we did is try to help them facilitate them to build a virtual team of different roles. Here are examples. So for example, Xie Yi, the first one, is an expert on image processing, also C++. So he is in charge of the image processing community of practice. He help each team with this kind of capability. So they talk about what meeting, how do they meet, how to make sure is there any standard, is there any tools they use. This is what they did. So after the ceremony, the team looks like this. So every team there are 4 teams, and every team this is a role from previous organization. So they form a new team, and the dotted line, they are the virtual team. They build the real feature team now. And guess how many PO we need now? How many PO we need now? The benefit of this, after we change the organization, this department, there is only one product backlog, and there is only one product owner. And their user story, used to be take a photo, but nothing happened. No one can check. But the new user story is here. As a doctor, step on the pedal, take a shot, I can see the boom. It's related to business domain. So doctor can understand this. Instead of I can see too much light. So it doesn't make sense for doctor. So and actually there is no bottleneck now. Because all about business. And team member can choose whatever area you want. One product owner. And with one product backlog, it's very easy to prioritize work. Actually, they got a request from their boss. GE surgery team. GE surgery got a new CEO, and after new CEO came on board and said, we already have agile and new way of work. So we shouldn't spend that much time. So we need to shorten our project period. So the command is to reduce their project duration 3 months. So this is a big surprise to everyone. But luckily, at that time, because we only have one product backlog, also we use another tool called impact mapping. It's very easy for them to make the change. And they just change the targeting different customer, different market, and also remove some functions for supporting role, for example, operating support. So this is very easy for them to change, adapt to the change. And this is a meeting because they are building one product, and this is the meeting they have. Everything they use 2 weeks sprint. So the blue part are the joint meeting, and the green part are the individual meeting. Individual meeting that in the team they have the meeting, and the blue one are they in a big room. I'll show a meeting later. every team are in the same room. They have the different areas, and they have the meeting together. And here is the first one is the sprint planning. And they have a daily meeting. Every team have their daily scrum. And after this, every team sends some ambassador to the joint daily scrum. So some team choose, some team will send using different rules to send people. For example, some team choose in their team scrum, team daily scrum, who speak least will go to the daily SOS. Or some team use a dice to decide who goes. So every team has a different rule, but you need to send a representative to the joint meeting. And this is the requirement meeting. And they have the review. I'll show their review meeting later. This is what their daily SOS, the ambassador meeting photo. And they also have a team retrospective and their joint retrospective to solve their conflict and organization problems. But we still have the team still have kind of they still have the challenge. They are expert, still expert, and they need to. So in the first sprint, they still not so good because a team set up a task, but only one can do it. That's a big problem too, because the other people, they are Java, and they cannot help. So next challenge is how to help how to support everyone to acquire skills of the experts, so they can help, or they can be one team. So we adopt a pair work and multi-programming. So every week there are two afternoon, 2 hours, or in the 2 afternoons, the team to choose one story. They do multi-programming just to share knowledge, share skills. So just now I talked about we use a ceremony to kick off the change, and also we have the meetings to what kind of meetings we had, and some practice to help the team to get started. And we also use a ceremony to try to change the mindset of every team member. So now you are adults. You can be responsible for your work, and you need to face the challenge instead of rely on other team member or your manager to make decisions for you. So next challenge is, once the team has adopted the kind of team Scrum team activities, some other bottlenecks emerge. So the common challenge is they still have multiple streams, or team working on their own stream, previous stream. So it takes time to complete, to merge, complete, and to merge into one stream, and it causes a lot of bugs too. So another is from organization level, and also it's what we found in the organizational retrospective, and we need to work on try to use one stream plan. So that's what we did in the second phase. Try to smooth the process, the checking process. And before, another rule we practically adopted in the field. Before it took 20 hours for them to create a new field. If with the 20 hours, no one wants to make change. So what we did is we need to shorten this. This becomes a bottleneck of the change. Another is the last one, very important to try, because this change starts from software team, and it's a book product. So we need to try to work with. We still need to work with electronic engineer and mechanical engineer. So in the next phase, we need to set up kind of cadence, common cadence. At the beginning, mechanical engineer say, we just create two build for you, or it already fixed, the design already fixed, you don't need to change anything. You go ahead, implement your software. But in the end, they adopt their two-week Scrum also, because in the end, we realized 60% of their hardware design could be changed to tools. So we spend a lot of effort working with their build engineer to set up the build adopt one stream build. Also, we automate a lot of work, or using a lot of script. So before they need to a lot of manual work to create a new build. Now with test automation, it only takes 2.8 seconds. So encouraging everyone to make change all the time. So this is a kind of diagram of their structure, their build structure. At the same time, they start to involve more and more other roles in their refinement meeting or backlog refinement. I'll show you some. This is a joint meeting. Joint meeting means all the team are in the same room and at different areas. I'll show you a video what they do. This is one team. This is another team. So they have multiple teams. No meeting. Oh, sorry, you PDF. In my slide there is a video. Video show how the dynamics of this meeting. Actually, there are a parallel discussion of the stories and talking about the 7 criteria. No problem. So, and this is this start to involve electronic engineer and mechanical engineer in the lab, and this is what happened in their lab to start software. So it become more integrated development. And this is their co-working space. This is in their review meeting. They even invite doctors from the hospital to do the review. So this is one expert. So he's conducting the operation. So test some features for their. So the first one is from the kickoff. After the kickoff, the goal is try to build a real team, also some basic Scrum activities. And after this, the bottom becomes the process, the organization, and also the practices, for example, the build. We found this becomes the bottleneck. So the second phase, we focus on how to, from organization level, how to optimize the build, make it short, and also automate everything. And try to engage more and more stakeholders or more and more other roles. After this, and we try to really, so this now is time for us to really focus on the individual practices. For example, some maybe not too much TDD, PDD yet, but some test automation, this kind of practice, or pair programming. Step by example. That's what we tried. Tried for more about engineering practices. But these teams still they have a lot of pressure about quality. People will die with this machine. It's in operating room, so they care about quality a lot. So something remember at the beginning they said they adopted exploratory testing. Actually, it didn't work very well. So I got a chance. So in the third quarter, I went to I said because they are in the regression test for 2 weeks for new release for testing team. And I got a chance. I said because only there are 30 people spend 2 weeks only to find bugs. So I proposed. I said I talked to this about how about you give me 40 minutes. You give me 40 minutes, and I need 16 volunteers, and I will facilitate a session. I'm not an X3 expert, but I will facilitate a session anyway. So I facilitate a session. I pair up the 16 people, 8 pairs, and I show you how to do manual testing. I'm not an expert, but I help them with a different way of testing. 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, we found 11 bugs. So then I left because I need to rush to the airport. I need to go back to Hong Kong. So and on the way to airport, and Miss Law give me a call, say, Daniel, because before every quarter, we have 30 coaching days. Next month, because it's about quality, make sure stabilize the product. How about we have 60 days? So they want to spend 30 more days on the exploratory testing. Because now they realize they are not so good at their exploratory testing as well. People remember the fancy keyword agile adoption. And they realize it's totally a different story. Their imagination, their understanding of team are different from mine, and their ET is not my ET. So that's what they realize. So we adopted some new testing, new way of doing exploratory testing, and also we involved another expert, Agile. So she is an expert. I'm not an expert of ET, but we try to leverage other experts to help. So, and the team start to have more control of they are more collaborative on design the test cases and execute test cases instead of just before follow the someone write test and someone just like labor or monkey do the work. So encourage everyone to engage, and also they use a lot of tools, thinking tools, mind maps to analyze their requirement and what's missing. So they did a lot of things. So this is the fourth quarter. After this, let me show them the result. Their schedule. You see,